The Strongsville Education Association was left with no other option than to pass a motion for a work stoppage.
Breaking news now at 11. You just heard it. The strike is on. Why Strongsville is scrambling tonight after the union vote, and what happens at school tomorrow.
On your side with Northeast Ohio's best coverage. This is News Channel 5.
Good evening. I'm Michael Baldwin in for Tracy tonight. News Channel 5 was first to break the news on Twitter about Strongsville teachers going on strike. It's a developing story we've been following all weekend after emotions threatened to boil over at a teacher rally today when substitutes were trying to sign up to work tomorrow.
You're a job stealer! You gotta be ashamed of yourself!
But this evening, those teachers were silent as they gathered behind one spokesperson to announce the strike is on. And News Channel 5's Stephanie Ramirez is live at the Strongsville Holiday Inn where teachers voted. Stephanie, do they know what the vote total was?
Well, Mike, the union spokesperson did not give us the tally, but said 383 members of the teachers union, the Strongsville Education Association, overwhelmingly voted to issue the stop workage order. The strike, as you said, is on and it begins at midnight. But even before then, teachers were outside of the lobby here in the Holiday Inn, stapling those signs, getting ready for tomorrow. Union reps also issued a statement on the strike. I'm reading from it right here, a press release saying, despite concessions offered by the SEA in a later proposal, the Strongsville Board of Education responded within minutes with their last, best, and final offer, abruptly ending all negotiations. The strike is going forward, but union members are not discussing what the disputes are.
We are holding to the promise that we made at the beginning of our bargaining not to release information about our proposals, and we feel that's part of our integrity we need to keep intact. This is not what we want to have happen. We want to be there with them, and our students were very receptive and very, very supportive.
We're standing strong. We're trying to do what's in the best interest of the children, which happens to be our working conditions as well.
Now, starting early tomorrow, teachers will be picketing at their prospective schools. The Board of Education, though, has already announced online that they have hired a security firm. They are expected to be unarmed at the schools, but they will have video cameras to document any problems. Meanwhile, members of the teacher union say that there is no expected date for when both parties are supposed to come together and talk again. So right now, they're prepared to go on strike all week. We are live in Strongsville tonight. On your side, Stephanie Ramirez, News Channel 5.
All right, Stephanie, thank you very much. The Strongsville Board of Education is also speaking out tonight. They released a statement. Superintendent John Krupensky wrote, "We believe we have done everything we could to avoid a teacher strike. It is the Strongsville Education Association's decision to go on strike." He adds, they will continue to negotiate and the school has qualified substitutes in place. The decision about substitutes is on the mind of Strongsville parents and residents, as well as the issue of the teachers being on strike in the first place. News Channel 5's Reggie Young spoke with members of the community tonight.
In the morning, Strongsville High School will be full of students, but the strike will replace their normal teachers with substitutes, and that have some Strongsville residents concerned.
I just want the kids to be educated, man. Hopefully it don't last too long.
Some people are worried about so many subs replacing normal teachers.
The substitute teacher don't have the same idea that what the original teacher in the classroom teach them.
While some people in the community believe the teachers are asking for too much.
I guess they're making enough money already. Isn't that what, I mean, it's a sad thing that these kids are not going to, they're having their substitutes when they really want to have their teachers.
I don't think the children should suffer for something that the teachers are not happy about.
The common factor? People hope the strike ends soon.
Figure out what you guys got to do with the union and get it done.
In Strongsville, I'm Reggie Young, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Reggie. As for what happens tomorrow, all Strongsville schools will be open during regular hours and regular attendance policies will be in effect. The district must use substitutes. The school board says none will be placed in a classroom without a qualified background check. All sports and extracurricular activities are canceled for the week. All right, stay with News Channel 5 for continuing coverage of the Strongsville teacher negotiations. We'll have all overnight developments on Good Morning Cleveland, and log on to Newsnet 5 for instant updates. You can also read the comments on Newsnet 5 or at facebook.com/WEWS5. All right, also new at 11, a passenger flight was diverted to Cleveland and had to make an emergency landing. The United Flight 132 was leaving JFK in New York and heading to LAX in Los Angeles when an electrical smell in the cabin caused the pilot to divert the plane to Hopkins Airport. All the passengers are okay. But one of those passengers was actress Dana Delaney, star of the hit ABC shows Desperate Housewives and Body of Proof. She tweeted, quote, "Emergency landing on United in Cleveland. Whose couch can I crash on?" Trent, I got to tell you, when I heard this, I was saying she could definitely crash on my couch, but I don't know how Jessica would feel about it.
You know, we have a couch. I would leave that one alone. But hopefully it's a warm couch because it's cold out there. We're just gonna go with weather. Just leave that alone. Anyway, let's take a look at your Power 5 right now. Cold and snowy tonight, but more snow on the way through the middle part of the work week. We'll have to talk about that coming up in just a few minutes. But if you're heading off to bed this evening, you'll want to check this out. Cold tonight, more snow in the forecast now. It's lake effect snow, and there's a lot of ice on Lake Erie, so this is very limited in fuel. So it's not a heavy snow, just some light snow scattered throughout northern Ohio. Wouldn't expect much more accumulating overnight tonight. We'll still see a few flurries lingering around tomorrow morning, but it looks like we dry out. The sunshine returns tomorrow, and that winter storm arrives for the middle part of the work week. We'll talk about it and how much snow you can expect coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Trent. At the Vatican tonight, the next chapter in the history of the Roman Catholic Church is about to be written. The College of Cardinals convenes just hours from now as the men known as princes of the church get set to vote on which one of them will become the next pope. Cardinals from around the world will meet at the Vatican to begin the solemn work of picking a new pope. Whenever they begin voting, it will be inside the Sistine Chapel, where a stove is being installed to send up smoke signals that reveal the results. Now, the Cardinals must still set the date for the conclave to choose the pope.
What is asked of a pope? Today, he has to be present every day, all the time. He's always on, and that takes a toll.
All right, for the first time in 8 years, the papacy is vacant, and Benedict XVI, now Pope Emeritus, spent his first Sunday in retirement. Today also marks an important anniversary in civil rights. Thousands gathered to march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. The event reflects on what has become known as Bloody Sunday, where voting rights marchers were beaten by state troopers as they headed to Montgomery in March of 1965. Now, Vice President Biden and 20 members of the House and Senate took part in this.
You lost the battle that day, but you won the war. And in the process, you did something that can never be changed.
State Senator Hank Sanders of Selma said this year's event is especially significant because the Supreme Court is considering a challenge to the part of the Voting Rights Act. A new way to get to Cleveland, the Canton Repository reports starting tomorrow. SARTA, or the Stark Area Regional Transport Authority, will launch a new route to Cleveland. It will have stops at the Wade Park VA Hospital and on Prospect and Superior downtown. Buses leave from Canton 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, and it will be free for veterans, but $2.50 for everyone else. All right, who let the dogs out? You could make an argument it was the Lake Erie Monsters. The hockey team kicked off the 5th annual Pucks and Paws fundraiser. We are far away from the dog days of summer, but this afternoon during a Monsters game, it was all in the family, with an emphasis on all.
And this is just something very different and very unique. You come to the game, you walk out into the bowl, and you see 500 dogs watching a hockey game.
That's right, dogs being let into the queue to watch a hockey game. It's now a Monsters tradition that allows fans to bring their dog to the game, and the fans seem to love it.
And it's affordable. It's only $5 to bring the pet, you know. And the Monsters are so family friendly, and this just makes them pet friendly.
Elaine Boots of Ravenna brought Abigail to the game. It's debatable if she likes hockey, but Elaine says what's not debatable is how much Abby likes being with family.
Well, it's her second time, and she just likes coming out where we go. So anything that's pet friendly, we like to support.
Support is a word that the folks over at the Cleveland Animal Protection League love to hear. They get no support from the government. The state's largest humane society relies on donations and events like this.
You know, we are so grateful that they decided to do this, to let dogs and their owners into Quicken Loans Arena. And we see some of the faces of owners and their dogs here every year. We love to see that.
If you're looking for a new BFF, you can find them here.
We also bring adoptable dogs from the APL, and we have brought 2 dogs today, and they both have got adopted.
And we all know accidents can happen, but the queue was prepared.
There's a dog scooper when they come in. There's tables set up that they can go to with dog products and animal products.
Fowler said the event is one of the bigger ones for the Monsters each year, and it's likely to continue for years to come. All right, still ahead, a jail cell serenade while a local man argued with tobacco products and proclaimed, believe it or not, his love for a police toilet. Not kidding. Also not kidding, diplomat Dennis, the message the NBA bad boy is delivering to President Obama from the North Korean dictator. And making the most of your birthday, 3 ways you can really celebrate by getting free food, free perks. Start your engines, folks. See who won 2 brand new cars at the Cleveland Auto Show. We'll be right back.